Hey gang, FLX Beer Reviews back again with another episode of As the Beer Swirls. I'm Dan.
I am Mike. Dan, I could tell you were a little under the weather. You were looking ill. I would never take him to a hospital or any sort of medical facility. I would take him to the homeland. And not just the homeland mixed with the only grocery store we'll ever know. Dan, what are we drinking? See? It's happening already.
My ailments are gone.
They're gone.
I suffer no more, my
Healthy
friends.
glow.
Because I have the culmination of my two favorite things in life besides my wife and son.
I'm glad you added that.
And Mike.
She don't watch.
This is a beer from the Other Half Brewing Company in collaboration with God's greatest gift to a grocery store,
H-E-B.
Wegmans.
Oh.
This is, here, Mike, you bring it in. You bring it in all the way in for the folks. So this is Astor Place. So this is a single IPA coming in, I believe, at 6.3%.
Maybe. 6.2%.
6.2.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Settle
So
down.
this is hopped with Citra, Nectaron, and Cashmere.
That's right.
This was canned on October 11th, 2023. So the time of filming, we're under a month.
Yeah. Just
About
over
3 weeks.
Yeah.
About 3 weeks. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. So Other Half Brooklyn, the home base, they got together with Wegmans, and Wegmans is opening up a location in New York City at Astor Place.
New York needs another Wegmans.
Listen, they do.
I mean, why not open an Aldi's instead? Why didn't Other Half collab with Aldi's?
Screw that. Listen, I love Wegmans. I shop at Wegmans every day of my life.
It's in New York.
When I lived over where we moved from, there was I had a Wegmans literally 2 minutes up the road.
And boy, oh
just
boy,
down the street.
did they have a beer selection.
And every single night after work, I would stop there, even if I didn't need anything, just to walk around and say I'd been in Wegmans.
And just, wow, what a life I have.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I was pumped. I was like, that's so
it's
cool.
a cool collab. What a great collab.
Right?
And we didn't even say the label. It's a collaboration of, the Other Half labels that you're used to.
Yeah, it's got like the Statue of Liberty on the one side of it there. Right?
But it's got the Wegmans, like the heart, the apple,
yeah,
like the fruit stuff they put
Wegmans
on there.
is all about like healthy for you and good eating and stuff.
Right. So it's a really cool label. I like it a lot. Dan, does this look like what a Wegmans Hazy would look like?
It looks like a Hazy. Full transparency, I've had this. Have you?
Yes, I have had this.
Okay. Pretty cheap, though, for another half beer. Price point on this, because it's on special, $15.99 for the 4-pack.
Right. I mean, if you have a Shoppers Club card.
Yeah, I guess it's like it's normally $17.99. But
yeah.
$15.99.
But yes, it's a great price point for this beer.
Especially for another half.
I mean, it looks like they just juiced the whole produce section in this thing. Oh, man. Like, I get the cashmere out of this thing. It's just a grassy, bitter aroma that just punches you in the nose. I
know, but it's very fruity. Like,
yeah, it's fruity.
Like,
look at that.
In the sense of fruity, like, I'm not talking like, you get some citrus stuff. It's like fruity. It pops.
Yeah, like they juice the whole produce.
Oh yeah, it's juice, baby. It's juice. Wegmans with their magical fruits, they just like squeezed every inch into it.
It's probably that whole exotic fruit section with the star fruits and the dragon fruits and the passion fruits and all those good fruits that you're like, these look weird, but I can probably eat it.
See, that's why I like Wegmans. Their produce section is pretty damn good.
Second to none.
It is. I never fear buying produce from Wegmans.
Never. Not once.
Or their meat section. Good meats.
I don't know if I've ever feared buying anything from Wegmans.
Yeah, Wegmans is pretty good. Even the house brand is better than some other brand.
It really
All
is.
Right, let's
dive in. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, 6.2%. It's fitting. It's the mouthfeel is more robust, but the body is overall light. And
it's a light, creamy mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's
I think it is.
Fair.
Like you said, it's very appropriate for the ABV.
But yeah, so I'm getting there really is a a bright orange. That one like a kind of a fruity, like a very subdued kind of fruity pebbles taste.
Okay.
With a slight, there's a slight bittering, but it's to the point that I think it lends just though to an overall feel of just like, hey, this is kind of a light-bodied, everyday, fruity kind of hazy that I think a lot of people will enjoy.
Yeah, I think, like, I'm kind of with you. I think it's a subtle, dank, kind of bitter pack of Starbursts. It's not overly sweet, but there are those bright, juicy notes to it. And I mean, I feel like you could put this on tap and drink it over at the burger bar or something like that. If you're getting lunch, because Wegmans has a great cafe as well. This is something you could have with a sub or a couple slices of pizza or something.
Like, if you're looking for, like, a super, just, like, amped up, thick, juicy boy, this ain't for you. You're going for the doubles, which Wegmans also carries.
Yeah.
I can remember, like, down to the second. Like, I walked through Wegmans, and I was like, they have other half now? Are you kidding me? This is fantastic. Like,
and everyone else is like, it's a shelfie beer now. You're like, no, it's not.
Great, let it be the shelfie beer. Because guess what? I'm going to go in there, and 99% of the time, I'm getting that shelfie beer over every other beer in the place. And I'm just like, happy with it. I'm happy.
Either.
No, they don't.
At all. Like, you're still getting it for a good price point.
Right,
like,
sure. It's a couple bucks more if I just, rather than driving the brewery, but sometimes when I'm shopping or whatever, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll give her a 4-pack.
I think a lot of the time when you're in Wegmans, you see the other half, you're like, oh, I haven't had that one in a while. Let me grab that.
Because everyone knows, listen, a day without other half hazy is a day wasted.
The entirety of FLX does not endorse that statement, but
I'm just saying. There is not a second where I don't have another half in my
fridge. We've gone over that plenty of times. Holy shit.
Okay, so again, like, how's the fruit pop for you?
Like I told you, I think it's not overly sweet, and I think, me personally, I think the cashmere brings it down with that bitterness and kind of keeps it all in check, and that's what makes it very drinkable for me.
So as far as the range of other half goes, I think a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, it's just not the other half beer. It's like nothing that pops, but I mean, that's kind of what you want in a collab. Like, sure. you want something that's like super solid, that's going to probably blow out 70% of what's on the shelves at Wegmans. Mm-hmm. You know, as far as hazies go.
Sure. Okay.
And it's their house stuff. So yeah, what do you rate it?
I give it a solid 4.2. This is very solid.
Honestly, I think I gave it like a 4.5 when I rated it first time on tap.
You were probably just bathing in it, just But
yeah, it's super solid. 4.25 all day.
Yeah.
I will say though, as far as the flavor profile, it still carries that traditional other half sweetness.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was weird because actually I was talking with Sierra Hotel, and he's like, I noticed a trend with the other half beers, like they all have like this kind of same sweetness, and I think that's like their house like yeast character.
Sure.
And all
as we found in a bunch of other beers.
I guess it's kind of lacking that melon character. I get a lot of melon off of a lot of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see maybe a little watermelon, but you know.
Yeah. Great beer.
Yeah. All right. Down in the description, all the link trees. Do you like Wegmans? Do you like other half? Do you like when they come together?
Who doesn't?
All right, gang. We're out of here.
Putting the ass in Astor Place. Thanks, other half.
Ooh.
Cheers.